Welcome. I think most of us are familiar with speed tests you can run on the internet. So you have like speedtest.net, or Google has one, and you can run that test to test your internet speed. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can install a web-based speed test on your computer running Linux. And in this case, I'm using Ubuntu, but this should work for other Linux distributions that use the app package manager. And I think this only runs on Intel. I don't think this would work on ARM processors like the Raspberry Pi. So I'll open up a web browser, and I'll do a search for Open Speed Test. It's the first link here. I'll click on it. It's openspeedtest.com. I'll go to downloads. I'll scroll down towards the bottom of the screen. I'll accept the cookies. So I'm at the bottom. I'll go up just a little bit, and you can see where it says download speed test server for Linux. So I'll click on that. It will download the speed test. It says this type of file can harm your computer. Do you want to keep it or discard it? And I'll keep it. You'll have to determine for yourself if you feel it's safe enough. I'll close my web browser. So I can click on the file icon here, and I can go to downloads, and you'll see this file that says HTML5 network speed test linux.deb. So I can right click on this and say open with software install, and you can certainly do that. I'm going to go through the process of installing it using the terminal in case someone doesn't have the software manager installed like this. So I'll open up a terminal. I'll move to my downloads directory, so I'll type cd space downloads. I'll type ls. You can see the file here I want to install. To install, I'll type sudo space dpkg space -i space, and now I need to type in the name of the file. I'll use tab completion, so I'll just type ht, and I'll hit tab, and that will complete the whole title. I'll hit enter here. It will ask me for my password. I'll enter that in, and it will do the install. Okay, that completed. So now to run this, you can go down to your show applications in the bottom left here. And here I can type in Open Speed Test. It was also there on that first page of my favorites. But if you type open, you'll see some options here. One of them is Open Speed Test, so I can run it here. I'm going to exit out of this, and I'll run it from the terminal. You can do that. You can just type in open, and I'll hit tab. And that will show me all the software that starts with open. And I can type a little bit more of that, so I'll type SP and tab, and then I can run it. So that will run Open Speed Test. So now this is opened up. It started up a web server on this computer, and this is the IP address and port. It's 192.168.7.161. So I'll select this, I'll go edit to copy, and now I can open up a web browser. And I'm doing this on the same machine just for this test. I'll paste it in there, and I'll hit start down here, and it will run the speed test. And right now it's testing the speed from this computer to itself. But you could run this on any other computer on the network. So what you'd want to do on this computer is you want to make sure the computer you have the server installed on is connected with Ethernet either to your router or your switch, and then also make sure you don't have other things running on here. It's a good idea to reboot the computer before you run this, but then also make sure it's not doing backups or software updates or things like that. So you may want to reboot it, let it sit for a little bit in case it's doing any automated tasks, and then you can do your speed test. Okay, so we got download is 1700 and upload is 4200. So I've done videos on installing this on a Mac and a PC, and I didn't get this faster results when running it on itself. I was kind of surprised it didn't get faster results on those computers, but here it is quite a bit faster than gigabit. On those other computers, it would maybe top out at 1400, I think, or something. So now I want to test another device. So I have my phone here. It's an iPhone SE. It's a couple years old. I'll enter this URL on my phone web browser, and we'll do the test from there. Okay, so I've opened up this URL on my phone. I'll hit start on here, and it will run the test. So now it's testing the speed between my phone and the Linux PC that I installed the software on. Okay, so I got about 35 megabits per second download and about 30 upload. So that's not great performance. I'm going to switch over to my 5 gigahertz network, and we'll test that. Okay, I switched over. In order to redo the test, I'll just refresh my browser, and it will reload it. I'll hit start again. Okay, so there we go. We got about 250 megabits per second download and around 100 upload, so that's quite a bit faster. So on the 2.4 gigahertz network, that's plenty fast for streaming HD video and stuff, but say I wanted to upload files somehow, it might be better for me to switch over to the 5 gigahertz network. So where you might use this is if you have a home or office and you're having trouble with your Wi-Fi, you could install the Open Speed Test on your computer that's connected to the LAN, and then you could take a device like a tablet or a phone and go around your office and test the speed in different locations and see if you have any dead zones in your Wi-Fi, and then you could expand that out with a Wi-Fi access point or something to resolve it. So I think this is a great tool to have in your network testing arsenal, and it's easy for anyone to use. You don't have to be a network expert to use it. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.